Welcome back, everybody, to another video analysis session with Coach Corey here at Catalyst Sports in Golden, Colorado. Over here on the left side, we have new student Mike, roughly around 12, 13 years old. And on the right side here, we have Major League All-Star Buster Posey, catcher for the San Francisco Giants. So, as usual, let's take each player out to their launch position, which we will define as the instant their front toe touches the ground. Mike plants down right there. Posey has this little bit of a leg kick and plants down right there. One of the first things I'm noticing here is the distance between our feet at front toe touch. Okay, when we're going out from stance to lunge, you want to make sure that you're landing out nice and wide. If your feet are too narrow, you're going to be losing a little bit of power. You're going to be a little bit more off balance. Keep those feet nice and wide. It's only going to help. Next thing I'm noticing here is the angle of this front arm. Composite Major League is going to be roughly around 135 degrees or so. Mike here is going to be a little bit closer out towards 91 degrees right there. Okay, this is a big power angle. You want to make sure when you're going from stance to launch that you're actually taking these hands and stretching them back. Okay, we'll say front foot forward, hands back. If you guys want to imagine, there is a rubber band here from the knob of his bat to the front of his foot. He is stretching out this rubber band. See that? Mike here gets a little bit of this stretching of the rubber band. However, we could definitely get a little bit more out of him here. Yeah, you can't really convince me that one line is definitely longer than the other. Maybe a little bit, but either way, stretch that out nice and far, get nice and loaded up. One other thing I'm noticing here is the angle of the bat. Posey's bat is a lot more wrapped behind his head rather than Mike. Okay, now there is an upper and lower threshold on the bat angle. Posey is definitely on the farther end of the spectrum. Composite Major League might be right about there. The other end of the threshold might be closer over here. Okay, the more wrapped the bat is around your head, the more power you're going to have. The more laid off the bat is, the less power you're going to have. So another thing we'd like to work on with Mike here is getting this bat wrapped around his head as well as keeping it up nice and tall. As you can see, Posey's barrel is way above his head as well. And as we actually make our approach into the swing, Posey's hands are going to stay in nice and tight. Mike here did a good job with that as well. Way to go. Want to make sure that we're catching the ball out in front of us as we are coming into impact. Mike might be catching the baseball a little bit deep here. It's a little bit better if we can kind of catch this out in front. A good phrase we like to use with our students on this is catching the ball on the chin, right up on the way up through it, and we're going to extend uphill. Mike here is swinging down a little bit too aggressively. You can see the ball kind of gets chipped upwards in that direction while the bat kind of cuts off towards the side rather than extending uphill just like Posey. And last little bit here on the swing, we want to make sure we're finishing the swing all the way around. Posey, we definitely like to see the numbers on the back of the jersey if possible. Mike's, you can kind of see his numbers, but you definitely could make that get a little bit more aggressive on the finish. And that's all for today, guys. Thanks for tuning in.